Dark matter, zero carb concentrate. All the anabolic benefits of dark matter with no carbs. This is the perfect post-workout supplement for pre-contest training or if you're just trying to stay lean. Dark matter zero carb concentrate helps me recover from every workout so I can stay ripped without sacrificing muscle.
Hey, I'm Frank Sepe with NPCNewsOnline.com. I'm at the 2014 NPC Nationals with IFBB Pro Mark Anthony. Mark, what do you got going on?
Not much, you know. I'm here, well, there's lots going on, but I'm here at the 2014 NPC National Bodybuilding Championship. You know, getting to see you guys and tons of amazing athletes from, you know, across the country that are here competing to get their pro card, and you know, it brings back some exciting memories for me. But I have a nice schedule set up for the new year, and looking forward to getting back on stage.
So, talk about that. When's your next stage appearance?
Well, I haven't made any official announcements yet, but I guess, you know, since we're on NPCNewsOnline.com, I'll make it here. My manager and I, and my coach, my manager J.M. Mannion, and my coach George Farah have decided that we want to be part of the first ever Arnold Classic for men's physique pros.
Wow, this is big news.
Yeah, it's huge news. I'm really excited about it. You know, I feel like this contest holds a lot of prestige. You know, and I'm excited to make my redeem myself.
I don't know if it's about redeeming yourself because, you know, I was at the obviously at the Olympia and you did look good, but I know for you, you didn't place where you wanted to place. You were a champion. You were on a roll, and you know, I mean, now you just got to reboot and come back. What changes are you going to make to your training? Do you think you need to make to your training to get back in that #1 spot?
You know, going into the Olympia, I felt great. Of course, there was a different type of pressure or expectation, you know, going in as the reigning champion.
Yeah.
However, 6th is where I placed. I'm very comfortable with that. You know, I respect all of the judges, their opinions and where they put me. And that's the name of the game. I've been a competitive athlete all my life, and sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. What I have to do now is go back to the drawing board and see the areas that you know, I feel like are my weaknesses, and they definitely will be my strengths moving forward.
You know, people say when you're on top, you don't know who your friends are till you come down a little bit. You know, what have you seen? You know, have you seen the change in people and the way that they react to you because you didn't win the Olympia?
You know, the reaction I get from people in the industry is kind of like, it's like I know they wanted me to win. You know, which is very kind, and I know I can be better, and I want to be better. Surprisingly, the reception I've been getting from my fans, supporters, and followers have been very, very positive, encouraging, and you know, that's what it's about. You know, we all feed each other, and men's physique is no joke. It's the real deal now. You know, guys have caught up to me, and but I've saved my ammo. I have a lot left in me. I feel like at this prep I kind of held back a little bit, not making any excuses, but I'm really excited and ready to show and prove to the world that I deserve to be champion again.
Well, you can see here at the Nationals there's hundreds of men's physique competitors, and they all look up to you. I mean, how many pros have won as many shows as you have and have won the Olympia? Not many. As far as NPC News Online, we know that your videos are always get some of the most views, and you know, you do have a huge fan base here. What advice would you give to an NPC competitor coming up for the first time?
And you know, I'm in this situation a lot where I meet guys that are new to the game, new to the division, have been going at it on the national level for a while, or you know, my advice is to really remember why you started, and not to let this be about a vanity thing. Let it to be about, remember who you are, get down to hard training, and be a student of the game. Right. So when guys say, "Oh, I look up to you," and you've been an inspiration, it's very kind and very flattering. But I like to relate with these people because I was them on the other side of this table 5 years ago. Yeah. So I feel like giving them the time and going over posing and how you should carry yourself as a professional, even though you're an amateur. Right. I just told a kid today, go on stage and pose like you are a professional. Our division has grown so much, and that's exciting for me because it's I saw where it started and what it's becoming and what it's going to be.
It's definitely one of the most highly competitive divisions. And yeah, Jeremy Buendia placed what?
He's the new champion.
Right, and he was in the Nationals last year?
Yeah.
Before, so I mean, it's just very, very highly competitive. If you're not at your best, it's easy to fall from 1st to 10th.
Yes.
What do you think? What major improvements do you think you need to make to your physique to get back to that spot?
I need to go back to what looks best on me. You know, what we tried to do this time was come in with a little bit more condition, and I was more conditioned, but I sacrificed some size.
Right.
And guys, don't take this the wrong way. It's not a size game. Remember, it's men's physique and it's not bodybuilding. NPC has a criteria. However, for myself, I look larger than I actually weigh when I'm fuller. So I sacrificed some fullness, which was detrimental to my shape, I feel. So I'm just going to go back to some old school heavy lifting, you know, and my nutrition. You know, George and I have this down. We've been working together for 5 years, and he knows my body. He knows what works. And, you know, my mind and my heart are in a beautiful place right now, and I know that's what it's going to take to get back on top.
Have you been mentoring or training other NPC competitors?
Yes, I have been. I have a team called the Team New Breed, and I've been mentoring, training guys, bikini girls, you know, all athletes that compete with the NPC only. And this is the type of we put on seminars and you know, just clinics, just to you know, to have that dialogue and teach these guys how to carry themselves. It's just more than just a ripped guy on stage in shorts. You know, we're trying to sell this to the mainstream, and I always tell guys, lead by example, you know, because we haven't really sold it to everybody yet, you know, because our sport is known for bodybuilding. That's where all the fans are. So we got to start selling tickets for people to come watch us, you know, and I feel like we're doing a good job because, like you said, if you're off a little bit, you're going to fall, you know, so it's so competitive, and I just look forward to what the future holds. I have to give, you know, Mr. Mannion a big shout out for creating this division because it's given me and many the opportunity to live our dream.
What do you feel the biggest misconception out there about men's physique is?
You know, there's a handful.
Yeah.
There's a handful. I try not to, you know, absorb any kind of negativity, but I am aware. You know, some things, you know, people will refer to us as bikini, you know, just heckling and stuff like that. But anyone that has competed in NPC men's physique stage know that the prep is just as hard as any bodybuilder. You know, the training, the dieting, you know, the sacrifice that you make for yourself, with your family, you know.
Well, we've seen a lot of your training videos, and you do a lot of martial arts with your training and stuff. Is that something you're going to incorporate into this prep?
You know, I always did martial arts. What I did this time was I just started exposing it a little bit more on social media, just to show guys that there's other avenues of getting in condition, you know. For me, it's not the Stairmaster. For me, it's hitting mitts, you know, for half hour in the morning, you know, high intensity.
Do what works for you.
Yeah, you know, but it was just a different type of avenue and method of conditioning. I also do like some strength and conditioning stuff, but the core of my training is, and I'm a men's physique competitor, heavy lifting, hardcore, you know, a lot of volume, hitting the body parts from all different angles, and, you know, training smart.
All right, cool. We appreciate you taking this time. We know you got to do a ton of interviews for us on NPC News Online. I'm sure, you know, a lot of NPC competitors, and you have a ton of fans out there, are really looking forward to seeing you on the Arnold stage, you know, for the first time. And you were the first Olympia champion, so maybe you'll be the first Arnold champion.
You know, God willing, I'll get that first Arnold title as well. But I just want to give a shout out to my fans, followers, and supporters. Thank you for hanging in there with me, and your loyalty, it means the world. And thank you to the NPC, IFBB Pro League, you guys for always, you know, getting me on camera and doing these interviews. And get ready, March, Arnold.
All right, you heard it here for the first time. Mark Anthony stepping on stage at the Arnold. And this is Frank Sepe for NPCNewsOnline.com.
Dark matter, zero carb concentrate. All the anabolic benefits of dark matter with no carbs. This is the perfect post-workout supplement for pre-contest training, or if you're just trying to stay lean. Dark matter, zero carb concentrate helps me recover from every workout so I can stay ripped without sacrificing muscle.